Hello, welcome back. Lovely to have your company. Hope the world is treating you well. It's time to take a break and dream of Eastern getaways now as we show you a selection of dream escapes with so much more here at Cruise1st.
Yes, we're setting off with Royal Caribbean on some stunning trips for this year and next. And there's a huge selection of tempting places to see. We've got Bali, Thailand, Australia and more coming up, including your chance to join the celebrations in Singapore as they see in 2027 in the city. Exciting times.
I was away in a dream world there. They all sound pretty good, don't they? And as always, here at Cruise1st, we've got market-beating rates, free upgrades and low deposits on offer, meaning you can take the plunge and get it booked today. Let's start with a taste of the spice of Asia for February. This is 13 nights of dreamy places to see, flying first over to delicious Bali for a Zen 4-night break in what is pure paradise. And you've been a couple of times, Jo, haven't you?
Oh yes, I could go a couple more or a dozen more. Bali is and I will because I can, because Bali is the island of the gods. From the lush paddy fields through to the mountain temples such as Puratanalot and Uluwatu, it's fascinating. You can learn about the culture and history. You can do a sunset show in Uluwatu temple with the monkeys as the backdrop. Just always secure your belongings around them, just telling you. And then enjoy some delicious Indonesian cuisine and the most friendly, welcoming locals in the world.
Lovely.
Then we're going to fly to Singapore for a 2-night hotel stay. Nice change of pace here because, you know, Bali versus Singapore. Singapore's a little bit more upbeat, but
kind of revving up, aren't you?
Yeah, you are
Bali.
revving up, but it still has that Zen side to it. You know, you've got the incredible zoo, which is world famous, where you can do a safari, by the way.
At night?
At night! How cool is that? See all the after, you see the sloths and the little flying bats and things like that.
Nice.
Time to cruise on board, the ovation of the seas
now
for
we're
5
revving
nights.
it up.
We are revving it up. We're going all out and we're going onto the Quantum class, which is, you know, the most exciting class at sea when it comes to entertainment, because you've got all the bells and whistles of Royal Caribbean, including the flow rider, the rock climbing wall, dodgem cars, roller rink,
skydiving,
North Star, basketball.
As a simulation. I have done it for real, or about to do it for real as we speak.
Yes, you are.
Thank you to everyone that sponsored me as well. And if you ever want that feeling of what skydiving is like, you've got the simulator on board. It's worth doing. It's absolutely brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
Just as a one-off experience, you're like, oh, that's what it feels like.
And
brilliant.
It's in a kind of a safe little bubble, really. You are literally in a bubble.
Well, and also you've got the most experienced instructors around you as well. I mean, they can fly around left, right and centre.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, how do they do that?
Yeah, it's incredible. What a fun experience to do at sea, and something unexpected too. And when it comes to, you know, the day-to-day on Royal Caribbean, they're very good at adding all kinds of different things to enjoy your day, whether it be sort of outdoor activities on deck, such as walk a mile, where you can collect these tokens, by the way, on board Royal Caribbean for the different activities where you can kind of get swag at the end. So that's super fun. And then you have, you know, you have all your favourites, your cruising favourites like bingo and shuffleboard, etc.
Bingo.
But
I love bingo.
You got to love. I mean, when you're at sea, you got to do bingo. It's part of the fun.
It is.
But you also have the entertainment complex, as we mentioned before, which has all the arcades down there, simulators, all of that fun stuff. They also have a ton of dynamic entertainment venues aside from the main theatre with all the great shows. You've got the 270 Lounge, which is immersive multimedia. We're cruising out of Singapore, and where are we off to first? Penang in Malaysia. Beautiful Penang, which is known for its UNESCO World Heritage Old Town, and also the Habitat Penang Hill, which is a B Corp certified rainforest discovery centre. Absolutely stunning. We're into Phuket in Thailand next for an overnight on board. Nice thing about being here overnight is you can head on down to the Bangla Road, which is all singing, all dancing, entertainment. You can literally sit out there and have massages on the street into the night. They're all open. Everyone is buzzing around, street food market, tons of fun. A day at sea sees us back into Singapore, and we'll fly you back to the UK. Perfect little itinerary, this one.
It's kind of like 3 holidays as well, isn't it? But it's not the price of 3 holidays, I can tell you right now. Something else I need to tell you about this is that we had this offer this year. Obviously, it's already happened, and it's sold out really, really quickly. So it's another one of those packages that clearly is very, very popular. And because we've got a market-beating deal, it's just going to be even better. You're going to love this because this. you know what it's like. It's 2025 right now, and the price of everything, just take yourself 2 years back and think about the price of everything 2 years back, and think about now how much it costs to go for lunch somewhere, anywhere. How much is that these days? You know, compared to even 2 years ago. So you would think that a deal for next year would kind of have a little bit more meat on the bones kind of sitting there just in case something happens. But you know what? Hello. Welcome to Cruise1st and what we can do. We can make you this promise right now that if you book this right now, that is your price locked in for next year. It's ridiculous. And there is so much more to tell you on this offer as well. First of all, a low deposit will clinch the deal today for you. We've got a group booking on this cruise, so the rates are so good, and I mean so good. So take advantage of that. For a limited few, it's not going to be for everyone, obviously. We can offer you even more. If you upgrade on the cruise element of this to an ocean view, on this date, we can upgrade, hopefully, lots of you, but we can't do it for everyone, to a balcony. So if you want to take advantage of that upgrade, then I would definitely get this booked now as quickly as you possibly can. The deposit is just £199 each. That means two things. One, you're locking in the price. Two, as well, if you want to go up to the balcony upgrade, for instance, just pay the ocean view price. We will upgrade you for free to the balcony, because that should be a very, very different price tag. And as I say, we've only got limited availability on that. But if you want it, you need to grab it as quickly as you possibly can. And the offer includes your flight to Bali, a 4-night hotel stay there, your flight then from Bali to Singapore for a 2-night hotel stay there, and then the cruise on Ovation of the Seas, which is full board, of course, heading to Penang first, and then your overnight in Phuket in Thailand. And of course, we will include the flight back from the end of the cruise from Singapore home to the UK. So there's a low deposit there for you. There's an upgrade offer and a market-beating rate for the cruise. This offer really has so much. Now, the offer is also open now for February in 2027 as well, if you want to get really ahead of the game. And that cruise is on board Navigator of the Seas. If you want more details of that, just talk to the team on 0800 953 4700. And it's always a free call. The great thing with our team is that if any questions come into your mind, we will always, Joe and I will always have in our mind, okay, what are you thinking at home? What questions would you have? But there'll always be something, and it's always easier to talk to somebody when it comes to booking holidays, because you don't need to do the form filling and the searching and this, that and the other. You can have us do that on 0800 953 4700, and we will gladly do everything for you. And if you've never cruised before, by the way, and I speak to people all the time who say, oh yeah, what's it like on a cruise? You know, what's life like? Well, here's what you're missing out on if you're not cruising.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your ensuite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily servicing provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium, or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising as a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of, with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter what the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's always snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment. From Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, and silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs, allowing you to dance the night away. So if you want more holiday for less money, make sure you choose to cruise.
Yeah, dancing the night away is quite fun sometimes as well, especially if you're one of the last few. Feels like an achievement.
Yes.
If you go back to your stateroom and you just think, oh, do you know what? I'll just nip out onto the deck for a bit of fresh air, and then you get there and you're like, oh gosh, hello, it's light again.
I know. Where does the time go?
But it's fine, because you know that daily servicing from your cabin steward, by the way, that can be marked as do not disturb on your door. So if you're a late riser, as I very much am, if I can possibly get away with it,
and me,
11, 12, 1 p.m, it has been known I can sleep like a teenager, but I can also dance the night away.
Yeah, I'm the same.
You can do it on a cruise.
I love that.
Great.
You can, exactly. And they do the evening turn down service too, which is so fun, with the chocolates on the pillows sometimes. You might get a towel animal. Oh, it's great being away on a cruise. And we have a Far East trip, which gives you the chance to head off to amazing Singapore, enjoy all of its delights, and take a seat at the Raffles Bar for a Singapore sling. And on this trip, also combining a brilliant cruise with Royal Caribbean to enjoy the best of the Queensland coast of Australia. So you'll fly over to Singapore on the 28th of November for a 2-night hotel stay in this buzzing and bustling city. Wonderful. I love to start a cruise in Singapore because it's a gateway to the east, many say. So it's kind of got that luxurious feeling of being somewhere really fancy, but at the same time you've got everything you'd expect from being in Malaysia. You've got beautiful temples, you've got bustling markets where you can hop out there and negotiate and get all of the kitschy keepsakes that you'll want to bring back for family and friends. And that's part of the fun, if you ask me. I mean, look at these markets, they're amazing, full of colour. Talking about full of colour, you've got 12 nights on the colourful, exciting Voyager of the Seas, and this is going to be fantastic. Voyager class, actually, and she is full of all the fun of the fair. She's got that beautiful big sort of atrium area, which is kind of like, I always say, it's almost like a miniature Vegas hotel, because you've got like a lot of restaurants and bars. Through the promenade, they do parades there as well, and they also do evening events. You'll find things like silent disco and 70s and 80s night. Ice skating on board. Not only can you do sessions where you do, free skating sessions, but they actually do ice shows. This is only on a few of the Royal Caribbean ships.
That's very clever.
That's so unique to be doing that. They actually put down the ice skating rink, like they lay it down block by block. So it's incredible. And then of course you've got the main shows in the theatre as well. And Royal Caribbean have some of the best shows at sea. Honestly, I'm always blown away when I see their shows. They're keeping you entertained at every turn. It's not the same night after night. Maybe if this is the first cruise for you, don't go expecting, certain dinner times, certain show times, and then it's off to bed, because there is entertainment around the clock. And the shows will be, one night it might be a live act they've flown on board, just for a couple of nights. Another, it might be the featured show cast doing one show, but then they'll have an alternative show to offer as well. So it's great. We are cruising out of Singapore, and we're heading first into Bali. Benoit, the port for southern Bali. You've got the Monkey Jungle, you've got Ubud, which is also fantastic to visit for silversmithing workshops and stores to shop for lovely Balinese keepsakes. Then we're on into the top end, they call it, Darwin, Australia, the Northern Territories. A diverse range of activities, lots of lovely wildlife. You can head to Crocosaurus Cove to cage dive with the crocs, or Kakadu National Park to see the wildlife there. Then it's the Barrier Reef, the highlight of many people's cruise, no doubt. Cairns offers you both access to Barrier Reef and the Daintree Rainforest alongside Corinda Railway, which is a scenic railway through the rainforest. Charming thing to do. More incredible Barrier Reef. This is the real heart of the reef here, because you've got Heart Reef actually in the Whitsundays. So either heading out by boat onto the Whitsunday archipelago, or maybe do a helicopter tour over it. I mean, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? We're into Brisbane, where we'll disembark. We're not heading home yet because we've got 2 nights in the premier city of Queensland. You have got easy access here to the Gold Coast, which is famous for its golden sandy beaches, the casinos and all the fun of the fair. But Brisbane itself offers you so much in a tropical environment as well. Moreton Island, which has kayaking, snorkeling and sandboarding to do. You can head on out on Brisbane River, or maybe up to Mount Coot-tha, which is lovely scenic views over Brisbane. And then it's time to fly back to the UK after this wonderful Australian and Indonesian adventure.
So clever, this package. I love it. It's brilliant because if you think about it, if you were thinking about Singapore, you wouldn't think about associating that holiday with Australia, would you really?
No.
You'd think of them as worlds apart. So I think this is really nice, actually. So if you've been thinking, of a Far East trip, and remember there are many other cruises that go in and out of Singapore as well. So we can also hook you up with a different cruise that before the Bali and Australia cruise on this one in and out of Singapore, Southeast Asia, of course, Thailand, Vietnam, etc. That's often where cruises go in and out of in Singapore. But this is lovely. It goes off in a different direction across to Bali and then around Australia. I love this. It's beautifully combined with that 12-night cruise, because the 12-night cruise is what you need, really, isn't it? 7 nights feels like you've only really got started. 12 nights is absolutely brilliant. Now, considering the distance and the variety and everything else, because we've got the stays in Singapore and Brisbane included here and all the flights and the cruise, check out this price tag. I mean, would you ever imagine that you could even get yourself to Australia and back and stay for a couple of nights anywhere in Australia and have change for £2,500? I don't think so, to be honest. It is amazing, given just how much is covered on that price tag. Now, deposit today is just £199 each. How many people have dreamed, maybe their whole lives, of going to Australia? It may be that you've got long lost distant relatives. Remember, Silly used to be around and surprise, to kind of fly them over and you get to see them. Anyway, not there anymore, is it? No such big budget for that kind of show these days, is it? So we need to make the effort ourselves. And actually, I have to say, even just being in Australia, that's got to be a special feeling. This is such an exciting trip to look forward to, but not to have to wait too long for either. November will be here before you know it. I know. And it's not winter where you're heading either, by the way. It is the end of spring, or is it the start of spring? It's either spring or summer. So, it's definitely not winter, which is brilliant. So your deal here, market-beating prices for the cruise, thanks to our group booking. It includes your flights to Singapore and back from Brisbane, and there are 2-night hotel stays in both cities. And then your 12-night full-board Royal Caribbean fun cruise on Voyager of the Seas. And before you reach for the phone, by the way, I want you to just check out the upgrade prices here, because they are very, very good. November, that's spring, isn't it, Jo? I always get this the wrong way.
Very beginning of summer, I would say.
Okay, yeah, spring into summer, isn't it?
Yeah, spring into summer.
Perfect, sounds good to me. Anyway, back to the upgrades. Check out that Ocean View upgrade price. It is brilliant, isn't it? And of course, it is worth thinking about that balcony, given that we've got such a good base price, and you really would want to enjoy a balcony as you kind of swan around Bali and Australia, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You just would, wouldn't you? So if you can, you absolutely should. And all you need to do to make it happen is to give us a call on 0800 953 4700. It is a free call. You can call us 7 days a week. And how bizarre. Look, we've just been talking about Australia. I have got a copy of our latest brochures that come out about once a month. And look, there's a focus there on Australia and New Zealand. Have you got one of these? Have you got one of these? Have you not got one of these? Mr. P, not everyone's got one. That's strange, because you should have one of these on your coffee table. Are you not on the list? OK, call my team right now, 0800 953 4700, and we'll put that right. All we need is your name and address. Don't worry, we're not selling it to anybody else. You won't get adverts for toothpaste or how to reshape your ears or get all your hair to grow back or anything like that, I promise. We just send these out about once a month. And they are very, very good, actually. Got some really, really lovely ideas, like a focus on Australia and New Zealand. And, oh, look, Brisbane and beyond. We've just been to Brisbane, haven't we? Anyway, make sure you get a copy of yours straight away, because you'll get all the exclusive flash sales as well, which is really, really good. And you'll find those on our website, Facebook and Instagram as well. We're everywhere, you know. We absolutely are. It's another reason why you should always stick with us. It's the reason why we've got a number 1 in our name, because we are number 1.
With 25 years of travel expertise, when booking with Cruise1st, you can be sure that you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We work with all the major cruise lines to bring you the most comprehensive selection of exclusive deals you won't find anywhere else. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and ATOL Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is always safe with us. We've been here on your TV screens for over a decade, making us the longest-running cruise channel in the UK. We make it easy to budget for your dream holiday. With many of our deals, just pay a deposit today and you then have until your due date to pay the balance. Plus, we're one of the highest-rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 7,000 independent reviews. This all means that you can be fully confident when booking your next exciting adventure with Cruise1st.
Yes, absolutely. And we're at it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is brilliant. And listen, you might be thinking, well, weather's all right at the moment, Derek. I'm out in the garden every day. I don't need to think about holidays. You absolutely do, because it won't last for long. You know what it's like. One thing you can be guaranteed with the great British weather is it will absolutely be bang on form at the end of the summer. That will be it. So plan some plans. Anyway, on we go for a New Year spectacular in Singapore now, and a cruise to the Far East. Now, this is for next year, and you'll fly out on the 29th of December to Singapore, arriving in plenty of time for the festivities and the fireworks that mark seeing in a brand new year. You're going to have a brilliant time, and you have got 3 nights there in a hotel over New Year, which is the greatest time to enjoy one of the biggest parties and celebrations in the world.
Oh yeah, they have the most spectacular fireworks, and all the fountains are lit up. Of course, on Gardens by the Bay. It's going to be quite the celebration. You can head on up in the Singapore Flyer as well for panoramic views over the city. Sentosa Island with Universal, there's going to be parties happening there as well.
Lovely.
Wonderful. Then it's time to cruise on board Navigator of the Seas for 10 nights. And of course, celebrating this time of year and everything that has to offer. Now, Navigator is a wonderful ship, and if she's Voyager class, lots and lots of things that if you've been on board Royal Caribbean before, you'll be familiar with, such as the Great Water Slides, the Aqua Coaster, for example, which is a brilliant time up there on deck. But also, you have, by the way, it has 800 feet of hills and drops that extend over the side of the ship. So that is for only for the brave, for sure. When it comes to dining and enjoying your delicious food on board, you have, of course, restaurant dining is all included. So is your Windjammer buffet, as in jam as much as you can on the plate, because they have every cuisine imaginable up there. My favourite has to be breakfast or brunch up on deck. Eggs Benedict, waffles, pancakes, everything you could imagine. Freshly baked pastries every day, freshly baked bread, because it's like its little macrocosm of ship, isn't it?
And several visits, obviously.
Yes.
You don't have to do it all in one.
You don't. Yeah, exactly. You can pace yourself. You absolutely can. You can walk around the deck.
I don't know about that, Joe, but, you know.
Each to their own. I get a bit overwhelmed. I have to walk around the deck and then come back for more. Cupcakes, gelato, you name it. It's going to be an amazing time. Adventure Ocean for the kiddies if you're travelling with the family. We're cruising out of Singapore, and the first port we're heading into is Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, where you can explore this vibrant city, visit sites like the War Remnants Museum, the Independence Palace, and experience the bustling markets like Ben Thang Market. Of course, in Vietnam, they have some wonderful shopping. Then we have an overnight on board in the Thai capital of Bangkok, where at night you've got to head out on a tuk-tuk to see the night lights, maybe go to some brilliant markets like Chukatuk and Mekong Railway Market, which is along a railway line. That's quite fascinating. The Pink Dragon Temple is a must to visit as well. Then we're on to Langkawi in Malaysia, which is a beautiful natural paradise. You know, lots of natural beauty here, including the Skycab cable car, which gives you lovely views over the ocean. You can also head to Rice Museum, which is fascinating. Now, we have got a day at sea where you can enjoy all the fun of the fair on Royal Caribbean, and then we're back into Singapore where you'll disembark and we'll fly you back to the UK.
Do you know the great thing about this holiday, or another great thing about this holiday? I just asked the internet. Singapore is 8 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
And that, of course, means that the midnight firework thing happens at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're on your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, go live, show everyone you know at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on New Year's Eve what's happening as you see in the new year in Singapore. How exciting. Very, very good. Magical chance to go and see in the new year over there in Malaysia, and cruise the Far East with Royal Caribbean on Navigator of the Seas, being looked after royally. Royally, pardon the pun. Here's the price tag. I had nobody, not even a titter. Not even a titter from my own crowd here. Well, thanks, guys. 2499 Royal Caribbean. Yeah, okay. I have to rewrite that one, I think. 2499 per person, or deposit today of just £199. Now again, we have secured reduced rates by group booking on this cruise, so this is a brilliant price tag for the deal. Flies you over to Singapore for a 3-night hotel stay there over New Year, and you know how expensive it is to try and book hotels at that time of the year. We've done it all for you, so you can enjoy the fireworks and the celebrations to sea in 2027 before sailing off for 10 nights on Navigator of the Seas to go and cruise to Ho Chi Minh City, the overnight in Bangkok, a day in Langkawi, and then ending back in Singapore for your flight back home to the UK. Just £199 each today. Very, very tempted. It's an amazing deal. Here's everything that's included. Lucky, lucky people. I love these. Anything Christmas and New Year always gets my attention, because I think actually that's... and it's just one of those times of the year when there's not many people away.
Yeah.
So you know what, your holiday gets noticed a little bit more if you're away over Christmas and New Year. It feels a little bit more special. You know, for instance, being over in Orlando at Thanksgiving time and Black Friday, where everything's, you know, kind of dressed up for Christmas and whatever, it's like a really special feeling. Although it was like sunny, so it's like, oh, this is a bit weird. I'm walking past a big Christmas tree. And,
the novelty.
And it's sunny.
Yes.
And it's the same kind of novelty with this as well. Being in Singapore, seeing in the new year in a very, very different part of the world with a very, very different kind of party atmosphere going on. And of course, midnight there is 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. So you can kind of share that moment with family, friends, you know, whoever it may be, via your social media, which just, for me, adds that little bit of a...
Yeah.
Is that attention?
It's going to be a real...
I don't know.
You know what? You've got to do it at least once in your life.
Well, listen, yeah, if you're going to go and do something like that, you may as well just have everyone that will listen know that you're actually doing it.
And how many times do we make plans for New Year and they just end up being like so deflating?
Flat as a pancake.
But this is not going to be one of those times.
Yeah, not only... Here I am, look, here's all the fireworks in Singapore.
Yeah,
I can see it now.
And you'll be in the tropics. You'll be in tropical weather, T-shirt and short weather, and enjoying the most incredible, vibrant display of New Year. And the Singaporeans definitely know how to do it in style. They really do.
Or, listen, you know, you can do what we normally do. Sit at home going, oh, is it midnight yet? Honestly. Is it midnight yet?
I'm not going to stay up till 12. I'm too tired.
Happy New Year with a cup of tea and off to bed. That's it. Anyway, listen, food for thought there. Thank you so much for your company. As always, stay right where you are. There are plenty more amazing offers on the way for you. 24 hours a day right here.
Bye.